You already know what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm back on y'all once again. I wanted to circle back and just kind of um, give some shine to the cats, our brothers and sisters in Europe that have contributed to hip hop, right? So I'm circling back on Percussion and Grandmaster Funk, who apparently would go on to start whatever crew that would become ultimately known as the Ice Cold Rockers. So some of the singles they had were "Don't Stop," "Snowblind," and "Paying the Price." So I want to just jump on in right away to like a little snippet of Snowblind just to see what the vibes is. You know, due to copyright and all that, I can't let it rock too long. So I'm gonna kind of start part way into the song where we could, pardon me, catch some of the vibes and maybe some of that hook. You know, just to see what they doing. You know what I mean? And then we'll give our feedback.
You got cocaine, taking away your pain. Wait a minute, a one-on-one. You're having big fun, you just don't care about no one. You got your sugar and your spice, and everything's nice. But one day soon, you're gonna pay a big price. When you're hooked on dope, you're steady losing hope. Your mind's in the daze, and you just can't cope. You're standing on the edge, you don't know what to do. You got nobody else to blame but you.
Alright, so boom. That little snippet, I'm gonna just break it down on a couple of levels. One, I peeped the message. Don't do drugs. I like it. I love it. That was on brand for that time in that era, that year of 1984. The track was smooth, you know what I mean? There was some vibes there. The delivery was there. You know, obviously, in another video I kind of pointed out how a lot of participants in hip hop from outside the US, before they kind of got comfortable rapping in their native languages, most of people would imitate the New York flow and delivery, which pretty much was the blueprint. So it's no knock on anybody outside the United States in this time period, because shit, even on the West Coast, you know what I mean, some of them were pretty much emulating the New York flow because that's where the shit came out of. So, before they go to find their own voice and put their own unique, twist on everything, that's just what it was. But overall, the track was banging. For that year, I could see cats, jamming out to this. You know what I'm saying? Especially over there in Europe as well as in the United States. Some of the stats I had read was that I think here in America, this track might have sold about 16,000, copies, which was, big for that time. You know what I'm saying? So, once again, shout out to Grandmaster Funk and Percussion, both shown at least on the little LP cover on the far right. So we're going to keep this thing moving, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.